Before we jump into the episode, I wanted to let you know about something that is so exciting that we have on the forefront. We will soon be releasing a course called Brand Belief, which is all about how to build a brand that you and your clients believe in. This goes far beyond just selecting a logo and a few colors to go with it. This is an intuitive journey about your customers' needs, their desires, their values, and how you can make their lives easier through the services that you provide. This is about how you can be of service in this world through a brand that has both longevity and legacy attached to it. Click the link in the description. That will tell you a bit more information, and it will allow you to sign up so that you can be notified when this course is launching. Now we hope you enjoy the episode. Hi everyone, Ariana here from Wellfed Photography, and I'm delighted to have Aldona Basista from nPhoto with us to talk about the company, the printed products, and I would actually recommend that whether you're a photographer or not, to actually really enjoy this episode and soak in all the possibilities when it comes to what the options are for you, like what's actually available whenever you have photography done through professional photographers that might not be available to you as a regular consumer. And I'm just so excited to have Aldona here. She represents the Irish clientele for nPhoto, so I'm excited to see what she loves the most about Ireland and Irish people, and we'll just jump right in. So Aldona, if you want to just tell our audience a bit about yourself.
Yeah, hello everyone, and hello Ariana. Thank you so much for inviting me today. I'm delighted, and I'll be so happy to share all my information with you and all the watchers. First of all, I'm mom of two. I'm a proud mom of two boys, and just connecting with well-fed photography. I'm also a breastfeeding mom. I'm a wife, and I'm also a partner of nPhoto team, which is a part of my life as well, a big part of my life. So I'm delighted to tell you more about it, and I'm so happy that we are here together. Because remember, we met in Dublin one day, and that's how it started with me, you, and Ireland as well. Because this was only my, I think, third time visiting Ireland, like a person representing nPhoto to Irish photographers. So yeah, that's the really beginning. But also, I'm passionate about people, about meeting people, talking to them, getting to know new cultures, traveling, and really, it's all about people. I'm so open, and I like to be close to people, so pandemic is not really a great time for me. I'm just really, thank God I have a big family so I can visit them one by one.
Well, you do a fabulous job of connecting with nPhoto clients and customers of yours. I've definitely seen that. I felt that personally, like when we first met, because I was on the hunt for products that were better than what I was offering at the very, very start. I kind of just went with what I found initially, and I tried a few products, but after trying a few, it just wasn't at the level that I wanted. And so when you and I met in Dublin, you probably remember it, I was just like, this is it, like this is what I want to offer to my clients. And there's so many special things about your products that we'll talk about as well, but I suppose it might be nice to actually give listeners an idea about nPhoto and who they are and what their missions and goals are with the work that they do.
Yeah, so I'm with nPhoto since 2014, because this was the time when I came back from Ireland. I used to live in Ireland for 8 years. My two kids were born there, and believe it or not, I don't know if you remember, I used to live in Kilcock. Chambers Park is the place where I used to live. So we could be neighbors if I didn't go back. But
oh my gosh, I didn't know that actually, or I somehow missed that completely.
Yeah, no. Well, every time when I'm getting email from you, it's like, oh, it's Ariana from Kilcock, my Kilcock.
That's me. That's the place.
Yeah, exactly. And I love that little place. It was so close to my heart for so many years. And I didn't really want it to come back, but we just decided when the kids were born, they were born in the Cum Hospital in Dublin. So when they were born, we just decided that we want them to grow up with their grandparents and with their family. Like nothing can be compared to be close to grandparents. Like they are people who love their grandchildren. So we just decided that we will give it a try. I wasn't really happy, to be honest, because I was happy where I were at that time. But yeah, now family is the most important in my life. So yeah, we've just decided to go back. That's what we did. And I'm based in Rzeszów. This is the city in southeast of Poland. And I started to looking for a job in 2014. And I came up here one day and I didn't know really what they want me to do. I knew they were looking for support to do sale, etc. But on the interview, I just saw these beautiful products and I said to myself, yeah, this is it. I can do it. I can work with something which is so beautiful and so easy to talk about, and that gives emotions. You know, I like talking to people, and if I have something like this to talk about, I'm even more excited. So yeah, that's how it started, and it was a small team for abroad markets, like for the UK market and all English-speaking countries in Europe, also for the US. But nPhoto had the roots here from 2008. To be honest, our boss just started by having small labs with Kodak. He was printing with Kodak machines, and then he decided this is something he wanted to do. And it was just growing. It started in one little room in the city center when he had only 4 people working with him. They are still working here, but now we have like over 500 people working in nPhoto, and we have 2 huge buildings here. So that's how it grew. Like when I started, I think we had about 130 or 150 employees. So we were in the middle of what's in today. But yeah, it's growing fast and I'm so happy to be a part of it. But just to show you what really printed products means to me as a mom, I brought my one of my favorite products, which is a folio box of my Joseph. Leon is going to be jealous, but he's got one in navy color. I like gray more than navy, so I decided I'm going to bring this one. And this is an old box because we had a session done by one of the photographers I know. Joseph was 5. He's 11 now. But this is my favorite product because it keeps the memories from that time. And he was so cute, you know, he's going to be 11 in July. So he's like a teenager nearly. And look at that little child. It's so lovely, and I was so happy with this. So I brought this with me because I just wanted to show you how the products work for us as for moms. And I'm sure you have them as well because you're a big fan of folio boxes, aren't you, Ariane?
Yes, I do. I have quite a few.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I wanted to work with really, because I've tested myself and I know what the emotions are bringing, what the emotions these products are bringing to me. And I'm happy to be able to share them with photographers and with their photographers, because that's the goal of us and photographers, to make their clients happy. And that's the most important thing. So yeah, there are many options here that, like, I have good few products here that I've selected to show you, but I don't know what will be best to start with, because it's really difficult to select, you know. This is the folio box. So you know, Ariana, that folio boxes are very useful. Like this is 12 by 8 and like cream core and cream frame, and J28 letter with the name, like the name is only small, but you can select different fonts, or you can put your own text on the cover, whatever suits your needs. You know it best because you already have loads.
It's our most popular product by far. So our clients, they typically do a combination of like a folio box and a few giclée prints, or like a storyboard, which is a frame collage, and a folio box or an album. So typically they're getting the folio box. Most people, even if they're getting other pieces of art, they're also getting a folio box, and they just fall in love. And most people have never seen them until they come to us, and then all of a sudden this world is opened up to them of what is possible.
Exactly, because like these boxes, like this is just a print box with standard prints inside, but many companies offered them before, but folio boxes is really something new. Like these are the standard prints. Actually, this paper is Mahawk matte, and I really like it because it's so sharp, and you can spot every detail on it. But my job at nPhoto is to show products to clients and ask them questions, because like I've got 6 years of experience now being working with photographers, and I know that everybody is different, and everyone has, people have their own style. Some photographers really like the fine art effect, which is amazing, and they like matte paper. But others, for example, wedding photographers, they like the glamour style, to be looking heavy albums, looking really expensive with the little diamonds, etc. So there are many styles and many options as well. But because we're talking about also about you and your well-fed photography, I know what the topic is, so I just wanted to focus about children and family photographers mostly. So let me just show you the little triplets. I think you all, do you have one of these?
I don't actually have one of those. I tend to focus on the folio boxes and the albums, but those are such beautiful options as well.
You can add them as a gift after a session, and they look lovely on a mantelpiece, because they can just stand them up, and if they don't want to look at them anymore, they just go like that, and they can put them on a bookshelf. nPhoto is working on professional photo albums and photo books. Our best-selling product is a complete set. So the album with a box. I will show you one of these. We've been talking about folio boxes, but this is really our second best-selling product. So let me just show album with a matching box. So this is the box. And this is the album. We call it complete set because it can be 2-in-1 or 3-in-1, because you can also add USB to the box. But yeah, we're making those albums for 14 years, and they are just the best possible quality. Actually, this is the silk paper, which I recommend most for newborn and family photographers, because it doesn't take fingerprints. It can go through so many hands. Even children can play with the album and nothing happens to it, you know? So like this is what you can mix and match, like you can mix 2 papers in one album. This is metallic and this is silk. We've got 2 more papers available, Mohawk and Canon Deep Matte, but that's basically what's inside the album. But the cover is, this is a very personal thing, because it can be suede like this one, leather like this one. It can also be velvet like this one, or there is one more, or it can be natural textile. Like this is natural linen looking textile, but there are many colors, like over 80 colors to choose from.
Yes, and I have to say, one of the things that I love the most is that for me, specifically with going through COVID, I was still having sales sessions, regardless of the fact that we were locked down, because I had photographed people before going into lockdown. So I was able to continue my sales sessions. And even though I wasn't physically showing them swatches, I was able to have the swatches digitally for them to be able to pick out what colors suited them best. And actually, some photographers don't have that available whenever they're ordering their albums and things. So they only have the physical swatches. They don't have it digitally. And so they're just holding it up like on Zoom trying to show people. And there's no way the color's accurate, like to be able to convey that.
Exactly. And it also depends on the monitor, to be honest. So it is best to meet people face to face, what I love, and I know you do as well. But if we're on lockdown and we cannot do it, online swatch is very helpful. There are many tools for photographers on the website, on nPhoto website, like mock-ups, for example. So you have beautiful pictures of a box like that, and you can just enter your own picture and use them just to promote yourself. And then your clients know what they're getting exactly. So that's very helpful.
Yeah, it's super helpful because my skill set is very much on the side of photographing people, but not necessarily photographing products. So to know that there are mock-ups available is, it's just fantastic. So you can show a professional looking flat lay of the products with your photographs in it, but you don't have to be the one that took the photos.
Exactly. And you don't need to waste your time on photographing products. You can focus on photographing people.
Yeah.
Which is much more entertaining and fascinating, I believe. Yeah, so that's what we offer. And also we have a range of wall decor products. They're getting more and more popular because I have a few of them at home myself. But I believe every mom would love to have a beautiful family picture above the sofa. So that's how it works. And when you said we're talking about what photographers, but not only, where other moms can see what can be offered by a professional photographer, is wall decor selection of products as well. This one just right behind me is a metal. This is a metal print. It's very specific and you can feel texture on it. But we also have very natural looking frame prints. Like I remember one of the ladies on Facebook asked about the width of the frame.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like 2 centimeters only. And we don't cover them with glass. So this is matted print, professionally made in frame. So this is very solid on the back as well, and it's ready to hang. It has a hole in here. Just let me show you that. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite products, and price-wise, it's also very competitive. And the most effective would be acrylic print. Let me just find one for you. This is the small acrylic, but it will show you the effect, because see the light effect on it.
Yes.
It's a proper acrylic plate, which covers the picture itself. And then you've got 2 elements to put it on the wall. But a large, like 20 by 28 size acrylic print, that's the wow effect. And that's what's really great for like a family shoot, and the best picture to be hung on the wall. That's what I will use it for.
And I think the great thing for me to mention here too is that while we offer our own product, our own line of family art products at Well-Fed Photography, if there's anyone that wants to come to us and they request, say, an acrylic for their wall and they want that, but they don't see it in our product guide, we can still, of course, offer, bespoke quotations based on the size that you need and all of that. So because we have an amazing printer like nPhoto that we can easily access these gorgeous products with, it's so easy for us to offer outside of our product line if there's something there that someone wants to request. So I just have to add that in
Exactly.
there.
Exactly. No, there are, as you know, there are so many products to choose from. Like one of our new products is box for like fine art prints in a box. The box comes in this color. It's gray textile, so there's no option. But the price is also set up for this box, so it's worth to check. And matted prints made of Mohawk paper are coming in the box. If you go for over 25, the price is also very friendly. And here on the back, we've just made it black, but you can put your logo or any text. You can just put the date of the picture or the name of the child, whatever you think is right. So every single fine art print has that space on the back, which is included in price, where you can just put something on the back. So this is really nice, and I think this should be included to every package. Like it should be offered after every single session.
I think it might be worth saying that for the different, so for like Mohawk eggshell, like that's more of a textured finish, and it's beautiful, but it has a more of a textured finish. The silk is a very sturdy finish, which, like you said, for children is a wonderful finish to have. And so just to try to give people an idea, if they haven't come into contact with them before, if they haven't held them, just what they're actually dealing with whenever they
That's exactly, that's the Mohawk in photo album with children photography. I hope you can see it well. But yeah, it has a little bit like sepia effect on it. So yeah, but I know that many photographers like that style. Just to compare, I can show you Dreambook 4K. This is the best possible technology of printing. It's a Canon Dreamlab press. See, it has that shiny effect. The pictures are very sharp, but that's different. It's completely different than Mohawk matte. And here's where my role is important. I need to talk to people, to ask them questions, to know what their style is, and to recommend the papers. Because like if you go on the website and you're not sure about what to get, and then you select wrong, you're getting the opinion that this is not for you, this is not what you were looking for. But when we discuss it, and when I know that you're looking for fine art papers, I would definitely recommend an album with Mohawk matte, because this is exactly suitable. So basically, like I'm qualified as a teacher, but I've never been one, you know. But my children just learn me humility, and now I have loads of patience.
That is a great thing to have. And actually, I want to ask, because you've lived in Ireland and because you serve the Irish photography community, so what are some of your favorite things about working with people in Ireland?
Irish people are very similar to Polish, believe it or not,
Really?
because of their optimism. And like I know for a fact that from the history, most of Irish people were Catholics, like here in Poland. It is changing now, and I know that not many people go to church and whatsoever, but the culture is very close to our culture. And that's why it was so easy for me to get friends, to be among Irish people, and I really enjoyed it. I still have friends living there, so every time when I go there, I visit some of them. And like I really like Irish people. That's one thing, but there are things that I love about Ireland too, and I still feel like half of my heart belongs to Ireland. That's probably why I started my adult life in there, because I went there straight after the university, and I started my first job was in Ireland, and my kids were born there, so I feel like it's my country a little bit.
Well, you know, I'm originally American, but living in Ireland, and I feel the same. Like it feels like home for me. It feels more home for me than the States have ever felt.
See?
And I'm celebrating 8 years of living here this month, actually. So
Very good. No, and what I love about Ireland is Of course, Cleave of Mohers, of course, the Ring of Kerry and Wicklow, but I also love salted butter. So Irish butter is amazing. And
Gotta have the
marmalade.
Kerrygold.
Yeah, my favorite breakfast was soda bread with Irish butter and marmalade, and then cheddar cheese on top. I couldn't get that in Poland. I know it's crazy, but that was my favorite breakfast, especially when I was pregnant. You know, you go freaky with food at that time.
I love that so much. And actually, I'm just wondering if there's anything else like that comes to mind when it's like Ireland, and when you get a new client from Ireland, like do you feel the certain level of excitement? Like what is it like for you?
Yeah, every client is different. But when I talk to people and they go like, there's a little bit of Irish accent in your voice. What's going on? And I said, can you really still hear it? And they say, yeah. So, and then the story starts. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And I think Irish people are very close together. But when they notice that you're honest, you're really doing well for them, they'll be your partners like for forever. They are like that. And that's what I love in working with Irish people, because they are like, once you prove that you are useful, helpful, etc., they know you and they trust. They don't change like every month. They stick with whoever is suitable for them and whatever company is suitable and doing the right thing.
Yes. Can you actually share with people who don't know, like a few differences between nPhoto and maybe some other printers, like the things that you offer with your products, the guarantees that you offer, the turnaround time, because those are definitely different than what I found with some other printers. So I'd love for you to share that.
Absolutely. Yeah. First of all, we invest in new technologies all the time. The goal of nPhoto is to be on top with what's new on the market. We've got 2 machines of Canon Dreamlabo press. There are only 4 on the world, I think. So this is really just to be able to do the best possible printing. And also we're growing fast. We have like whoever comes here to the company, they feel like there are young people, very optimistic. On the production section, the music is on all the time. And when you walk down the production department, you just see so many young people with a smile on their faces. And I really love that, because I know, of course, there are specialists and people in different age, but most of us are people full of energy and people who really want to do more and more and get new things and just increase the knowledge and the know-how, because they're testing new products. They're just doing a really good job. I'm part of it because I get ready products and I can just touch them, test them, print my own pictures on them, and I'm so delighted. And then, like, I hate selling, I just hate it. But I love people, and when I can talk to people and show them the product that sell itself, it's just so easy. I never thought it would be so easy. Because like selling is not a nice word to me. Like, it feels like you're pushing on someone, which I'm not doing at all, because I know what's here, and I know like if someone needs the quality and the support. Also, what's different between other companies and us is that you have one person dedicated to your account. So like you have me and myself, and I would say that all Irish clients will go to me because it's not a huge market. So I'm able to help, I hope I am, to help all of them, especially at the beginning, because the beginning is the moment when you need me. You need to have everything explained really well. You need a little bit of advice, but even if you don't want advice because you know what you want exactly like yourself, you need like a explanation on how it works. what's the turnaround time, which is 9 working days for Ireland. You need to get information about the color profiles, sRGB in this case, or what the files need to be prepared like. So all these informations are given by me. I'm not a professional photographer, but I'm long in this industry. Like, to be honest, I prefer to be on the other side, but I don't have time for it. And I'm getting older and older, so maybe doing it when I was younger, not now. But yeah, the beginning is the most important. And I like to feel that people can count on me whenever they need me. So when they email me, when they have questions, they can really count on me, because I know what I would like to feel when I'm getting something. Especially, like, I'm not very like a technician, you know, like with all these technical things, I'm just not great. So I really like when someone is giving me advices and like talking me through step by step. So that's what I'm trying to do, just to be fair, because I know what I would like to feel, and that's what I'm trying to give my clients. And if anybody wants to get in contact with me, the email address is on the website, but it's simply my name. It's Aldona at nphoto.com. So anybody can email me. But even on Facebook community, I'm there. You can tag me, or you can just send me a message on Facebook. Maybe not during the weekend, but yeah, every time from Monday to Friday, I'm open, happy to help.
That's wonderful. And yeah, I mean, I feel like selling gets a bad rap, but when you really believe in what you're offering,
Yeah,
it's an act of love. It's an
it
act
is.
of service. Like, when you truly believe that what you're giving people is of the highest quality, and that it is, you know, it's out of this world when it comes to its excellence and its standard, like, it's truly just an act of love. That's how I have come to really think of selling. And I think it only feels off if you don't have 100% belief in what you're doing.
Exactly. What I love most about my job is when I get emails from people just after receiving their first order. And I'm just I often copy that email and just share it with my colleagues, because I'm so proud, you know. It makes me feel so good, because they're just share their feelings and emotions after opening the box and seeing their own images beautifully made in proper photo products. So that's the best. It's just giving me the power to do it.
Yes, and we have actually joined together to offer photographers a very special offer with this podcast episode. So do you want to speak to them about what is available to them through this
Of
episode?
course, yeah, with pleasure. Like, everyone who is going to click the link below that you're going to attach will be offered 65% on product sample. So anything can be ordered with that discount, and also yearly discount for all clients' orders. So, but that's personal. So I will just I will contact everyone who is interested then personally.
Yeah, so all you need to do is just access the link and then fill in a few boxes of your information, and then you'll be able to chat with Aldona from there.
Exactly. And it goes straight to me. So once you do it, you can expect me calling you. Like, I know not everybody like the phone calls, but I always try. You know, if people don't want to talk, they just don't pick up the phone and they prefer emails. But I always try to speak to people, because I believe this is the best way of communication if you cannot meet face to face. Because,
Yes.
you know, the connection, listening to their voice, you can hear emotions too, and through the phone. So that's what I do. I like talking. So, but I'm a good listener as well. So it's not that I speak all the time.
Is there anything that we haven't covered that you feel is important to mention before we close out the episode when it comes to products or what people can enjoy within photo?
Um, the products depending on what they need, that's for sure, but also still very fast delivery comparing to other places. That's what you can enjoy. Competitive prices, because we know our competitors, and we know where we are with the level of pricing the products. These are the things that might make it more attractive. It's also very personal when it comes to products, because I need to get to know photographers before I offer them anything, because I need to visit their website, I need to talk to them, and then I'm sure we can find the best option for themselves. But it's great to try and compare. I always say that, because when you have real products in your hands and when you show them to your clients, you don't have to do much. Like,
Yes.
they will sell themselves, but I'm here to support photographers. Like, I often help with pricing the products, because they're not sure if they offer too expensive product or maybe too cheap, or if this is something like, because of 6-year experience, I know which products are best sellers and I know which products are doing the job. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm always happy to share that knowledge with people, and if they want me to, I can just help every time they want. So that's basically the most important. And I believe that print products are amazing because we share emotions. Like, even from when I was a child, I used to spend time in my grandparents' house, and I remember the big box of old photographs, like even from 1940, like a Second World War. And I didn't know them people on the pictures, but my grandpa was explaining me who that was, what they were doing. And I was just creating my own stories about them, you know?
Yes.
Why I fell in love with photography, with printed products. And of course, I print pictures done by photographers, but even by myself. It's always nice to have those beats of memory of the vacation, etc. So nothing can be compared to print product. Like your gallery on Google or any gallery on your computer, how often you go and look at those pictures? You never do.
Even I'm in the process of updating. So you know that we've gotten a new website, but even I'm in the process of updating it so that there are more products seen. Because for me, it's hilarious because I'm a photographer, and you probably don't see. I mean, people see a very small portion of what I actually photograph, because it's not a digital image that I want people to see. It's the physical products that are the end result that I want people to see.
Exactly.
And there's nothing like, I cannot wait to get back and be able to be with people in person, because there's nothing like them physically holding the printed products, to feel the weight of them, the texture of them. You know, like,
Exactly.
if I have a velvet album, and people love to feel the
Yeah,
velvet
I
of the
told you
album,
about it.
they'll just,
That's what I was doing with my first Velvet album all the time. It's just like a teddy bear.
yeah, they'll just cuddle it and love it and hold it.
I know, I love them too.
And I would encourage any photographers that haven't printed their work yet. Maybe they're just delivering digitals and they haven't gone in. Maybe they're afraid. Maybe they don't know where to start when it comes to printed products. I would just recommend getting in touch with Aldona, because she can guide you through the process. She's got so many years of experience. And like she said, you know, not everyone is going to resonate with every product, but depending on what you do, like for me, longevity was important, because I've got clients with very young children, and I wanted them to be able to have an album that they could take off, of the shelf or of their counter, and actually hold it and flip through it and not worry about their children, because like they're so thick, like the pages are so thick, they don't have to worry about little hands flipping through them. That was what was important to me. I want something that's going to last. But you might have things that are very important to you that you want to have for your clients. So Aldona can walk you through that and guide you. So I would encourage people to use the link that we're including with this episode, and just give it a try and just see how you feel having your own work printed, because there is something that elevates the value of what you do as soon as you print it and you feel it in your hands and you can see it on your wall. All of a sudden, I think for photographers, they really begin to understand the value of what they do versus when it's only on a computer screen and it's here today and gone tomorrow and you don't know where you stored it and you don't know where to find it to look back on. You don't get that with print. So I would encourage photographers that might feel maybe intimidated about knowing where to start to get in touch with Aldona. And I would also say that Eugene has done a fantastic job of bringing other photographers in as a resource to speak about different things like booking more clients or how to feel into your creativity, or like I've chatted to him about family photography, and I'll chat with him about, keeping your photography business sustainable. So there's so many resources that is beyond just getting the printed products within photo. There's so many things that are there to support you as a photographer. So that's my 2 cents on it all.
Thank you, Ariana. Yeah, absolutely. You've mentioned a very important subject. Like, we are trying to be a support for photographers as well. The whole marketing team works not on getting new promotions, but on getting help for photographers to make their life easier, to give them the tools, ready tools that they don't need to spend time on. I didn't mention our wonderful designing software. It's an online designer. I should have mentioned that before, but it's a so easygoing tool. You just upload your photographs. You don't have to crop them or prepare them in a special way. You just upload them. They come up on the left, and then you drag and drop to the templates, or you can do autofill, and it works as well. Like, if you have no time, but your pictures are done, are sorted by date, that's how it works with the autofill. So yeah, that's the tool, which is free and also helps. Like, it's not worse than other tools that you need to pay for every month. And so that's another positive argument to try nPhoto and see if it's useful for you as a photographer. Like, I just show you the little album. This is the smallest we do. It's 15 by 15, but it can be like, you can travel with it. It's suitable for every handbag,
Yeah.
And it's a great little one for moms or grannies. Like, imagine when you become granny for a first time, wouldn't you love that with a little baby?
Absolutely. I actually have clients and they have an album in their home here in Ireland, and they also have a holiday home in Spain, and so they have an album there. So no matter where they are, they can show their friends in both places, their granddaughters, and just show that special relationship that they have with them. So I think that that's beautiful, and it's something that's wonderful to keep in mind, especially for maybe people who want to become a customer of a photographer and they want a beautiful album to gift to their parents. Like, it's not always just about your immediate family. Sometimes it's about loved ones and giving gifts to them. Like you mentioned, living in Ireland and being away from your children's grandparents. I'm from America living in Ireland, so my parents are in America. And so for me, photographs are so important, and to be able to send those as gifts to them is super important as well.
Because that's how you share emotions. And I can imagine your mom looking at your children's photographs and going like nearly crying, because that's what my mom does when I bring new photographs. And she goes like, oh, it is so lovely. Can I keep this one? That's what she does. Yeah. And yeah, that I think ladies are more emotional, even more than a man. Like, every mom, like, we're so close with our children, especially when they're young, like all life. When my kids are like, Joseph is nearly 11, and it was so, how should I say it? Maybe not difficult, but it was challenging with him because he's also autistic, and the way of growing him was quite complicated. That's why I told you I was learning humility very, very well. And it's just like, I can go back looking at the photographs and at the movies I made of him as well, and see him improving. He's doing so well now, and I'm so proud of him. And I can go through years, like every year, looking at him when he was growing, looking at all problems that we faced, and now we've made them no problem, which is a success. So yeah, that's emotions are so important here with the photography, and because they bring back memory. They bring back moments, real moments that were important for you in your life. So
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Which brings me to my final question, which is every guest on the show gets asked this, but what legacy would you like to leave behind in the work that you're doing and how you're supporting other people? What do you hope to be leaving behind
Yeah.
throughout that process?
Yeah, this is like a continuing of my previous words. I want people to have their emotions kept in the most beautiful products that will last for years. Like you've mentioned, the guarantee, like in all Europe there's 2 years guarantee, but even after that, if something will happen to the album, you can always come back to me and we will sort it out. We want you to have your memory kept in the most beautiful option, like in the most beautiful products.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for the way that you have supported me in Well-Fed Photography and a lot of my other photography friends as well now.
No.
I'm so excited every time a new photographer friend gets connected with you because I know that they're going to have a wonderful experience. And I'm just wondering, where can people get in touch with you? You mentioned your email before, but what are some other places that they should be maybe following along on social media, or how can they follow along for nPhoto?
Yeah, we're on Instagram. So there's nPhoto Instagram page. I'm also on it, so they can catch me there. I have my own Instagram. So through that, I'm always open there as well to chat and to send pictures of products or whatever is needed at the time. Facebook is also one of my favorite tools to work on, but email is probably the most official. So as I mentioned before, aldona@nphoto.com. That's my direct email address. And if anybody wants to know more about products, that's the best way to contact me. The phone as well. The phone number is on the website. Like, I'm sorry, I cannot remember the whole thing.
No one ever can, so that is completely fine.
I'm sorry. I remember my own personal mobile phone, but I wouldn't give it here. I wouldn't give it to everyone now, just to have some space for me in my life. But yeah, but the phone number is also there. So if anyone calls and asks for me, I'm always there to help. So that's basically what it is. But people can just go to the website and register. And when it's Ireland, it's always coming to me. It's going through my hands because I look after Irish market. But it's like I don't want to just focus on Irish clients. Like they are my group of people, which I'm happy with. But also every English speaking person, no matter if it's US or UK or any other country, that any other place where we can communicate in English, that's absolutely fine. And I'm open to talk to anyone.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here, Aldona. I've appreciated it, and I have enjoyed the episode with you.
So did I. It was lovely meeting you, like face to face, but via computer. But I'm pleased to see you, and I'm really happy. I've enjoyed it too, and I hope we gave answers to many people who are not 100% sure that they should try photo products.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Aldona.
Thank you, Ariana.
We hope you've enjoyed the show. Please feel free to leave a comment or a review to let us know what you loved about this episode and others like it. And if you'd like to be featured on our show, or if you know of someone who would be an amazing guest, get in touch with us at info@wellfedphotography.com and mention Living a Life Well Fed in the subject line.